so I never know exactly when to start talking. So anyway, welcome to the live stream. I'm EmberBurnsBlack, and I'm glad that you're here. Okay. So just setting up some other things while I do this. This has been a long time. It's been months trying to get back into the function of everything. So today we're going to be doing Quith-Pa, the first elven recipe out of D&D Heroes Feast, the official D&D cookbook. I got the chat up, so whatever happens, happens. But before we do this, as a lot of you may remember, I've been struggling with some of the recipes because a lot of them require a food processor. So, never fear. We are going to start this off with a good old-fashioned unboxing with a food processor. So, maybe I should have started this video prepared, but who's got time for that? Let's go ahead and open this baby up. Which is funny because I basically have no idea what a food processor is and how it differs from other kitchen appliances other than it mixes things. That is what I have gathered. So, the instructions, hopefully I will not need those. I think that's a warranty card, which before everything transitioned, I had bought this back in December, January, so I think that might be a little dated. All right. So we got this thing, which, oh, looks like a blade. That is definitely a blade. Be keeping that there. And then this would be caution, sharp blades, unpack carefully. That's comforting. Chat, is this real? Yes, this is real. This is really happening. So, this seems like some sort of circular saw, I'm guessing. Oh, that is cool. So this doesn't seem to be a blade on the outside, but it's like a cheese shredder, and then it's got another part to it that looks like a what do you call it? A slicer. I'm going to be making Quith-Pa. It's the first of the Elven cuisine, which are basically an appetizer of fruit balls. So here is the bulk of this processor, which, whoa, just fell apart in my hand, which this is the processor itself. With more blades, if you can see that, that is, wow. I will definitely be needing the instructions on this. Okay, this, I have no idea what this thing is. I'm glad I started this video early. All right. Always use food pusher. So I guess this pushes it down. Okay. So then this comes off. this comes off. And I guess this is, okay, so you can switch between the metal and the plastic. I think this is just a mixer. And then this is definitely the motor. Oh, hey. There's buttons on the other side I should probably look at. Okay, now that I have it disassembled, it's not as scary. It's just basically a really big blender. Alright, so off, shred, slice, knead, puree, pulse to chop. Oh, and there's suction cups on it. So it stays in place. That's, wow. That is really nice, but if you have to scoot it around, that can also be a problem. So, last unboxing I did, if you remember, was an electric skillet, which was easy. Just unpack and go. This, I probably should have done off camera. So okay, so a lot of this is in different languages. Save these instructions. Understood. Parts and features. Small food pusher. Large food pusher. Food chute. Bowl spacer and handle. That's 4. Where's 4? Okay. That would be, okay. Whoa. Okay. Lid latches, pour spouts, bowl with max fill arrow, which I saw the max fill a second ago. It's right here. So this lip is the max fill. Non-removable motor shaft. Plastic dough blade, which was this. So this is actually, you can use this to make dough, which I really like. So it's kind of a mixer as well. Stainless steel chopping blade, which was the scary one I pulled out. And then reversible slicing shredding disc. Used on a variety of foods. Control panel base, bowl scooper. Okay, so how to use reversible. So when I use this, I guess, oh, if I use this, I can't use the other blade. I'm going to be making Quith-Pa. It's basically fruit balls, and it is the first of our elven cuisine. So, okay, this goes like that. So this is basically the mixer part. So I guess if I was to use this, so if I put it this way, it shreds. If I put it this way, it slices. So I'm going to put this aside for a little bit, and we will deal with this contraption soon. Actually, I have that backwards. Feed, shoot, max fill. Okay. So I can do this either way, but I have to seal it, obviously, right? Yes. All right. So we are going to go ahead. We are going to set that aside for a moment. And then we are going to start with our recipe of Quith-Pa, which I told you are fruit balls. Here is the picture of what they should look like. And I love this book. Hey, Tay-Tay, how you been? Quith-Pa. While it may not sate a halfling-sized appetite, Quith-Pa is sustained the bodies of elven adventurers for generations. The most common variety of elven iron rations. This vegetarian trail food is made up primarily of dried fruits, but regional variations can include seeds, nuts, legumes, and beyond. Designed to be as light in the pack as it is in the body, the basic nourishment ensures travelers won't suffer a post-meal slog on the trail. Meanwhile, its wholesome ingredients are simple, clean flavors and perfect for even the most finicky elven palate. I'm good. How are you? I'm good as well, baby. So for this, I'm going to need, and this is going to make about 15, 16 balls, which we got 7 people, so it should be good. 1 orange, 6 ounces of dried apricots, which we are going to coarsely chop. 3/4 a cup of shredded coconuts. 3/4 a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and some kosher salt. So it's only 5 ingredients. It doesn't have soy or it does not have soy. I'm not sure what the second word is, so I'm going to say no. It's not a dessert, but it is an appetizer. It's also considered rations, which is trail food. You just pop one whenever you want a little munchy munch. And I see that we're a little slightly angled. Let me see if I can scooch us a little centered more. There we go. That's better. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare the ingredients. Have an orange, the 6 ounces of dried apricots finely coursed. So with that, we're going to use the quick chopper. And I don't know if you guys remember a couple episodes again. Oh, octopus lamp is so cool. Thank you. I'd actually pick that up and I'd show it to you. I got that a couple months ago and I finally opened it up. And but it's 2 little jellyfish that are swimming around in a lamp. And it's actually a Bluetooth speaker. And I had them like jamming out last night. It was fun. So I don't know if you guys remember a couple videos ago when I actually tried the apricots for the first time. And they are delicious. So I know apricots are kind of like one of those weird, okay, take your time. I know apricots are kind of one of those weird things that people are like a little like, I don't know, meh. But anyway, you can get a bag of dried ones, like just 6 ounces like this for less than $3. So go ahead and try them. You might actually like them. Oh, so and as a lot of you know, I absolutely love my chopper. It cuts out a lot of time down. And you can find these at Walmart. This particular one I actually found at the Rescue Mission. I think I got it for $1. It works. It does what I need when I need. I've never tried them before. Welcome back. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you can get a bag of dried ones for just under $3, and they are so worth it. I'm going to pour the rest out because I don't feel like reaching in the bag again and again and again. Because this takes a lot of time, but it saves the wrist. Which, back earlier seasons, if you remember season 2, when I was coming back from having my wrist damaged, I couldn't cut things. Oh, that's right. You're in South Africa. There's no Walmart there. I don't know. What do you have? Do you have any kind of department stores in South Africa that are kind of like discounty like Walmart? Because I actually remember years ago, for a couple of my friends, I actually went to Walmart and live streamed my entire trip to Walmart so people could see what it was. Bless you. So with that, got a couple pieces jammed up. Just take a fork and pokey. I see you. Somebody just said, oh, who was that who sneezed? That's my daughter in the other room. I know one of you just said that you're on your mom's phone. It's cool. This channel, just a reminder, is not made for kids, but you're probably watching better quality stuff here than you'll find on the Disney Channel, so I'm glad you're here. At least I won't try to brainwash you. So, with that, it's not going to work. I need a knife. Yeah, no, I'm not a kid. I'm 11. You're a kid. Honey, hate to break this one to you. You're not even a teenager yet. So, anywho, if you guys heard some shuffling around me, I do apologize. We still have that homeless bum that has been staying with us. If you saw the look on my face, it stunk as soon as he entered the room. I don't know if he stepped in something or forgot to bathe again. Oh, that was just awful. Alright, so we have our chopped apricots. So next we need 3/4. Hold on. Just hold on. I don't want to spray air wick because I got food going and that's going to destroy the food. So I'm trying something a little more subtle. So next we have 3/4 cup of shredded unsweetened coconut flakes. So let me get some hand sanitizer because I just wiped a booger on my nose. Excuse me. An itch and I wasn't expecting moisture to come out. By the way, I'm located in the Balkan Peninsula, not South Africa. I apologize. I thought you said once you were in South Africa. So, but I do know South Africa does not have Walmart. So 3/4 cup of coconut flakes. So I know I'm doing this recipe super early, which honestly, what you're doing, I'm going to be making Quith-Pa, which to be honest, I was kind of anxious. I haven't done this in a while. I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of time and got into the groove of things, especially starting off with an unboxing. Because, you know, this is live. And one of the things I love about live is things can go wrong. I mean, there's quite a possibility that that food processor doesn't work. Or I don't know how to use it. So we shall find out. So that is a little less than 3/4 cup. All right. So usually she's cooking. Europe too. Cool. See, this is what I mean about getting into the groove of things. I usually keep a trash can next to me off camera. And I have the box of stuff I need to throw out. So I just threw the coconut shavings in that box. And then we're done with this. I don't want it to dry out. The clips we keep on the fridge for a reason. And boop. So then we got our shredded coconut. 3/4 a teaspoon of vanilla extract and kosher salt. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So using a microplane. Now look, I don't have a microplane either. Already spent the money on a that thing. Food processor, so I'm not too worried about it. So using a microplane or zester, grate the orange peel to yield about 1.5 teaspoons of finely grated zest. Okay, so I do have this little tiny cheese shredder that I usually use in lieu of a microplane, and it works. We do not have Walmart, Starbucks, McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, Crumble, Dunkin' Donut, etc.
So it's have knockoffs?
No, doesn't have a lot of just corporations. That might be a blessing in disguise, which means a lot of your business would be small business, which would mean a lot of entrepreneurship. It also means you don't have the inflated prices to support massive employees. The Dragon Lee. Hi. I love that. Hi, Dragon. That's really fitting for this channel. That's really an appropriate question. We're not going to talk about the hardwood flooring. All right, so that is, I'm going to say about, which I did clean the counters, so don't mock me on that. Where's your OnlyFans? I haven't set one up yet. If you would like to support me, my PayPal and my Cash App are both listed in the description.
Wait, so you're not doing OnlyFans?
No, I'm not doing OnlyFans. The names of both of them are EmberBurnsBlack. I also have an Amazon wish list in the description. How's it going? It's going good. Hey, Prince, how are you? Glad you made it to the party. All right, so I am going to go ahead and say that's enough zest because I'm smelling some orange here, and definitely up to the next part of this little recipe, which then squeeze the orange to yield about 1.5 tablespoons. So that's why I want to live in America, maybe in LA, and start a director-actress job. Yeah. I don't know about LA. That's a scary place right now. Happy birthday, by the way, Prince. I'm glad to, I know I missed it yesterday. My life has been crazy. Anyway, the $5 to hear me fart, make it 10. Go ahead and pop that in my account. I have my phone over here. When I see the ding, put up or shut up. So now squeeze the orange for, okay. I don't like this. What did I do with that? Oh, I put the knife in the sink. Hello. Hey. I had an idiot offer me $5 to hear me fart. Would you like to fart in my place? I don't have to fart right now.
I'm sorry, I left the air dice upstairs.
The air dice? All right, so that's about...
Zoinks!
So I cut this orange slightly. And that's... Oh, I probably shouldn't have done this with a paper cup because this orange juice is so acidic. It's just going to eat right through. So let's leave you over somewhere. Where I live, can you give me advice? You know better than me. All right. Okay, I had to read that for a second. I thought you were saying I'm better than you. And don't ever think that, okay, Tay? Definitely want to try Texas or Florida right now. Georgia has a lot of filming going on. The problem with LA is that people are really, really bonkers. And for like a couple months, they were on fire. So, yeah, like I said, it's crazy. So, in a full size or mini food processor, bonk. Probably should plug this in. Which I like the suction cups, but like I said, it was going to be a problem. Okay. So what? Okay, combine the apricots, 1/4 cup of the coconut, the orange zest, juice, vanilla, and tiny pinch of salt until the mixture is finely chopped, uniform, and cohesive, pulsing and stopping to scrape down. So what setting do I want this on?
One hand for meaty content.
Yeah, stick my hand in. That sounds perfect. So I'm not sure what kind of... are you making salads, desserts, or juices? I'm actually making an appetizer. So, never using a food processor before. Maybe I should probably read the instructions. Okay, how to use this. Place bowl in base. Carefully slide blade onto motor shaft. Add the food mix thingy, that thingy. I'll think about it when I finish school. Definitely. I mean, I know you're not in South Africa. Why do I have my mind on South Africa? Because I used to know a bunch of people there. Place lid on bowl, lining. Okay, done. Place food pushers in food chute. Okay. Plug in. Duh. Please read the instructions. I feel like it'll spill over. Sounds good. I love to cook. I love how you guys are asking me to read the instructions. Doesn't anybody ever use these things and just tell me how to do this? Okay. Press desired function button. I don't know. I guess need puree. Unplug. Okay, I guess we're going for puree. Or puree? Puree. Okay. So, in a full size, combine the apricots. So, I guess I need the big... What am I... No. I'm going to imagine that you only use the food chute if it's on, which I'm not turning it on until... Okay, so I see how this is different from a blender because it actually mixes while it blends, which I like. Okay. Mix the apricots. 1/4 a cup of the coconut, which, okay, that leaves me with about half the cup, which is what I want. The coconut, the orange zest and juice, which, hold on. Ta-da! Okay, adding the juice. the vanilla, which was about 3/4 a teaspoon. This smells really cool. I like the smell of it so far. It's really fragrant. And a pinch of salt. Okay. So that being said, oh, this doesn't even go all the way down. Huh. The moment of truth. A couple more orange zest to throw in there. All right. Process the mixture until finely chopped, uniform, and cohesive. Pulsing and stopping to scrape down the sides to work the bowl as necessary. Okay, so I'm going to use the pulse to chop that. Oh. That's a cool button. So I didn't even need the spatula that I thought I was going to need. Let's try puree. Make sure it's plugged in. That's the first thing I did. Now there's a little, I told you these suction cups are going to be an issue. There's a little knob here, right here, that's letting me rotate the thing, which I'm actually really liking. However, it is catching what I need. So I am going to take you out, clean you off, and scrape down the bowl and try again. So let's try it this time. Oh wait, scrape down the bowl. Duh. I only did half of what I want. By the way, my name is Alila. So if you want to call me by my name and not Tay-Tay, you can. I've always liked calling you Tay-Tay. I honestly have. If you don't want me to call you Tay-Tay anymore, I will try to get out of that habit. So. No promises though. I'm old. All right, let's try this again. All right, I think that is a pretty good consistency. It looks finely chopped, looks uniform and cohesive. Pulse, stopping to scrape down the sides of the bowl. As necessary, scrape the mixture into a small bowl and put the remaining half cup of coconut in a wide, shallow bowl. So, let me pop this over here. Unplug this so I don't accidentally somehow manage to turn on a blade. Ugh! The suction cups are a problem. Okay? Let's establish that. And I like that I can take the blade off without... That is a sharp blade. I'm just looking at all the ridges in it. It's like, yoink! No, it's okay. I like the nickname. I'll just drink it. I don't think this is fluid enough for you to drink. I think you're going to be chewing it because it is about the consistency. You can't see it right now. It is the consistency of baby food. However, I am curious. I don't think I'm going to need this spatula again, so. Oh, that's good. The apricot and the coconut really complement each other. And I'm tasting a little bit of the vanilla, which is making it ice cream-like. It's like, and maybe it's the orange I'm tasting too. It tastes like dreamsicle. Well, I hope you do poorly, Taylor, with your auditions, because you never wish anybody luck when they're performing. It's bad luck. So, hope you fail. Singing competition for whoever wins Thursday goes to France. Oh, cool. Okay, it's singing, it's not acting. Do good. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm cleaning up a little. And then we're going to put the coconut in a wide, shallow bowl. So then, roll scant 1 tablespoon portions, which you saw me take my jewelry off, of the apricot mixture into 1-inch balls, gently pressing as you roll them. To crow here, you should have 15 or 16 balls. Working with 3 or 4 balls at a time, roll them in the remaining, pressing them gently to help the coconut adhere. Okay? And then we are going to place them on a plate. So, let me, one last time, hold on. I watched one of the germ episodes of Mythbusters last night. I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to contaminate anybody. I have been rubbing my face, and I'm going to stick my bare hands into this, so I don't want to do it off camera. I want to show you guys that yes, I am using hand sanitizer. I am trying to be as clean as possible. So, hand sanitizer. Actually, I only took 1 ring off. Derp. I love to act. I'm not finding auditions yet. Auditions are kind of hard to come across. God, one of my best friends is a theater junkie, and I wish I could tap into him because he wants to do it professionally. I gave up after high school, and he would know so much more than I do, but again, you're in another country. Yes, but I'm luck. Okay, so about 1-inch portions, which would make these really, really small, which look a lot bigger on the picture, but that's about 1 inch. And then drop it in the coconut, roll it around. Ooh, but you gotta be careful because I just dropped a whole bunch of my mixture into my coconut. So that's about what I have. Because my mom works in theater, she's an actress, and sometimes she gets me a role in a show. That's awesome, Tay-Tay. Alright, so I'm pushing down a little harder. That's, again, about 1 inch. And this time, I'm really not going to roll it in the bowl. I'm just going to roll it in my hands with the coconut. That actually is adhering it a little better than actually in the bowl. So that's kind of disappointing. The picture shows them meatball size, especially when this is all, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I need to get ready for tomorrow. No, you're fine. You do you, boo. Especially when we have a potluck. I wish that I could make more because it said 15 to 16 balls, but it doesn't say how many the balls serve. So, as excited as I am to try this, I am very disappointed in the portion size, which is something that happened a little while back. If you guys remember, I made the garlic knots out of the it was out of the Barovian recipes from Flavors of the Multiverse. The garlic knots did this as well. They were photographed really, really big. Bye, honey. And then when I actually got around to making the garlic knots, they were very disappointing, especially when you have a whole table of people that are really excited to try something, and it's, here's my offering. So maybe now after I get these all done, I'm going to let them sit for 45 minutes to let them harden, and they can keep for 3 days. And I think the citrus might actually be a preservative. The dried apricots do not need to be refrigerated. The coconut does not need to be refrigerated. I'm hoping maybe when they firm, they expand. But even then, it's still kind of like, I'm not exactly sure. And it says to press, but if I press, I end up with disc. 15 to 16 balls, come, first serve. Well, I was also going to bring orange chicken because I was a little nervous that this might be a very small offering. Because it's a potluck and, you know, everybody should bring their share. So I have chicken that I was going to make, but then it was like, oh, we're having meatballs. Well, then I'll save the chicken for later this week. But I don't know. I might have to grab cookies or something. Because I was really excited because for almost 2 months, our potluck game nights were cookies. That was my offering because I wasn't able to do this. So here we have. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, guys. This sucks. So this is just when you think it's a little small, I kind of look down and I'm like, okay, that's good. So far I have 7 out of the 15, 16. So maybe if I make more, it's not too bad. I think if I ever try this recipe again, trying the mixture that I pulled out of the processor, I really think I might try this again. I would definitely double this up or make the balls a little bigger. Because like I said, this just looks so tiny to me. But it is supposed to be a ration meal. It is supposed to be elven. And when I was looking through the chapter, just, you know, out of curiosity, I was kind of excited to see the rest of the chapter because it looks like it's going to be very simple but very flavorful combinations, which I'm really excited about. All right. So we are almost done. Still got a couple more. I think I can get probably 4 or 5 more little balls out of this. Which, it's 4 o'clock. We still have some time before we have to go. So, yeah, I'll probably have to grab something else to take. This is sad. This is sad. Can you please stop? I have a live stream going, and that kind of language is not allowed.
Oh, whatever.
I know you're ignorant, but that's not the time for it. Thank you.
Yeah. Who messed my stuff?
Your stuff was beeping last night, and I went after the alarm. Are you baking or frying them? I'm not going to be baking or frying them. They're actually going to sit out and firm up for 45 minutes. Well, you're welcome to put your stuff in your room or your truck.
Or right here where I leave it. Not your house.
Actually, it is.
Actually, it's not.
It is. I know you've been staying here for a while, and I'm sorry you have that confused.
You know, you're the one that's confused.
It's not an alcohol.
Okay, we are not doing this on a live stream, guys. All right, so got one more. Let's see where this puts us. All right, so got coconut on me. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hold on, let me recount that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 or 16, depending on my highs. So it actually yielded perfectly from what it said. I do have some coconut left over. I might actually keep that in case people want to dip them later. I'm sorry if I seem flustered. That really ticked me off. We have, like I said, the homeless bum here who, unfortunately, my boyfriend feels in debt to because the guy lost his mom during COVID and he feels responsible for her death, which I'm sorry, but anybody can die of COVID at any time. So, but in the meantime, he sits here and he thinks that he owns our house and all he does is in the way. He's very ignorant and has said stuff to me, said stuff to my daughter. I mean, I was talking about Nancy Green and Aunt Jemima the other day, and you can imagine the first word that thing used to describe Nancy Green. Yeah. So, that being said, I'm sorry. We usually try happy vibes here, but some people are the living embodiments of misery, and it's not fair to the universe. Anywho. So these are the balls, Quith-Pa, and I gotta get my hands clean. All right. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was going for, the book. So, all right. So, put them on a plate and rest them to firm up and dry out slightly for 45 minutes. The balls will keep stored in an airtight container at room temperature for about 3 days. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set the timer for 45 minutes. Then once that goes off, I'll put them in the airtight container. So, and then there's a little quote here. "What is this junk?" he asked. "Quith-Pa," he said. "Iron rations in your language. It'll last us for many weeks if need be. It looks like dried fruit, Cameron said in disgust. That's what it is, Tanis replied, grinning. And that was from Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, Dragons of the Autumn Lights. So with that, I will not be here next week. As many of you know, it is Easter Sunday. It is not live stream time. It is family and friends time. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I will see you in 2 weeks. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely, I am so close to being
monetized.
Thank you. I am so close to being monetized that all I need is views. So guys, remember to watch. That's it. That's all I need of you. Love you. Appreciate you. If you wish to support me more than that, my Cash App and PayPal are in the description, as well as an Amazon wish list. I will be getting back on Blogger. I'm not sure when, but it will be coming. A happy Easter to you guys too. So I gotta walk over there and cancel the.
Please not do it. OnlyFans.
No, I'm not doing OnlyFans.
Then why did someone ask you to do it?
Because I got a lot of people who know how attractive I am. I'm not that desperate for money. Anyway, love you guys. I will see you in 2 weeks. So let me go over here and cancel the stream.